俺たちの場合だ。暴いてるぞ。もらった。いいぞ。この勢いで潰してしまえ。ヘルストだ。いただいていく。今のうちらなら楽勝だね。こっちが有利だ。焦るなよ。くらえ。おい、瞬殺だぜ。残る敵はわずかだ。遅い。一気に片付ける。ヘルスだ。いただいていく。いいぞ。スキルヒット。くらえ。いい動きだったわ。
How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you the full fusion recipe for the Forneus build I used for Merciless difficulty. It's a pretty standard Soul Thief setup, making use of status ailments to recover SP and deal lots of technical damage. However, due to the nature of Forneus' base kit, his combos, and the fact that there are no triple fusions to make him, a skill card is necessary and concessions need to be made. For those that don't know, the number of skills that you can pass down through fusion is directly determined by the average number of skills of the persona used in that fusion. Because of this, the maximum number of skills that can be passed down through a 2-persona fusion is only 4 skills, which limits what we can pass down to Forneus. My build will be assuming you will be using a Brainwash skill card and will be passing down Brainjack through fusion. However, you can switch this up as you see fit. Brainwash is the status ailment of choice for this build as it allows side damage to deal technical damage, and Brainjack is very easy to pass down to Forneus. Adding Brainjack is also one of the necessary concessions of this build, as Forneus' main status ailment of Maka Jam doesn't really allow for technical damage in Persona 5 Strikers. The other concession being made is the lack of ailment boost. Now, if you wanted, you could replace Technical Adept on this build with ailment boost. Doing so would increase the consistency of applying Brainwash, but at the cost of reduced technical damage. That choice is entirely up to you. Moving on to Forneus' combos, we can see why concessions are necessary. First of all, Forneus is one of only a handful of Persona to only have 2 combos. And one of those combos is basically worthless, as it requires a long combo to execute and doesn't provide any real benefit to the build. Now, before we move on, I do just want to briefly mention why I didn't choose Callie as my side Persona. First, she suffers from the same issues as Forneus with regards to her combos and her base kit. And second, unlike Forneus, who at least learns Technical Adept and Psy Amp through leveling up, Callie only learns Psycho Force, meaning you must invest even more skill cards into her for no real gain. Now, as with my previous build videos, the footage used will be from the Japanese version of the game, however I will be walking you through the process step by step, and all relevant information will be displayed in English. Oh, and if you like what I'm doing with these videos, be sure to leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll have more Persona build guides coming out soon as I showcase how to build each of the Persona I used for my Merciless playthrough. And of course, if you have any questions about this video, Persona 5 Strikers, or any other game that I cover, you can always hit me up over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RosalindGaming, or on my Discord server, both of which are linked in the video description. So with that out the way, let's build ourselves an awesome Forneus. Alright, so first things first, we need to pull out an Alice and a Pasaka. I've already done that. I'll go and show you over here. We're going to be fusing these two together to make a Mokoi. This is the Pasaka, this is the Alice. The Alice just needs to be level 90 because all we're interested in is Spellmaster. And we're going to be fusing these two together, and we're going to be passing down Spellmaster. Nothing else really matters though. Alright, and for this next step, we need to pull out a Silky, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled that Silky out. And we're going to be fusing the Mokoi and the Silky in order to make an Andress, and we're going to be passing down Spellmaster. Alright, and now we've done that, we need to pull out a Succubus, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled that Succubus out, and we're going to be fusing the Andress and the Succubus together to make a Huapo. And we're going to be passing down Spellmaster. Alright, and then we also need to level up this Wapo to level 21. And this is to make sure that we learn Soul Thief. Okay. And now we need to pull out a Lilim, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled out that Lilim, and we're going to be fusing the Lilim and the Huapo together in order to make a Mothman, and we're going to be passing down Spellmaster and Soul Thief. Alright. And now we need to pull out a Mitra, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled that Mitra out, and we're going to be fusing these two together, the Mothman and the Mitra, to make a Neko Shogun. And we're going to be passing down Soul Thief and Spellmaster. Alright, so now we need to pull out a Legion, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled out that Legion, and we're going to be fusing the Legion and the Neko Shogun together to make an Okuninushi. And we're going to be passing down Soul Thief and Spellmaster. Alright, and now that we've done that, we do need to level up this Okuninushi to level 46. This is so we can learn Psi Boost. Alright, now for this next step, we need to pull out a Koppa Tengu and another Neko Shogun, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled those two out, and we are going to be fusing the Okuninushi, the Koppa Tengu, and the Neko Shogun in order to make a Kurama Tengu, and we're going to be passing down Spellmaster, Soul Thief, and Psi Boost. Alright, and next we need to pull out a Lilith, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I pulled that Lilith out, and first we need to actually level it up to level 56 in order to learn Brainjack. Right, and then we are going to fuse this Lilith and the Kurama Tengu in order to make a Forneus. And we're going to be passing down Psi Boost, Spellmaster, Soul Steal, and Brainjack. Alright, and now we need to level up this Forneus to level 74. We're learning Psyamp, Technical Adept, and Psycho Blast. Or Psycho Force as it's called in Japanese. And then the last step is to use a Brainwash skill card. So do that real quick, and that will actually end up completing the persona. And there we go. That's the completed persona. Now, like I said, you could technically get rid of probably like Technical Adept for ailment boost if you wanted. You'd be sacrificing a little bit of extra damage for higher consistency on applying the Brainwash status ailment, but that is the Psi-focused Forneus build. Again, if you wanted to turn this into a Kali, it's very simple. Forneus is used in the fusion for Kali, and you could pass down whatever you want, but you will need more skill cards for the same reasons. Actually, it's like more reasons, because Kali does not learn anything like any of the Psi boosts or any of that stuff. So I don't recommend using Kali because of that, but if you really just like the persona, just do know you will need more skill cards, but it's very easy to pass abilities from Forneus onto her. But that's the build, and I hope you like it. I didn't use this persona quite as much as I used some of my previous ones before it, just because there wasn't as many instances where I needed to use the Psi element, but when I did need it, it worked out very well and served me nice throughout my Merciless playthrough. Next up, we're probably going to do either Norn or Thor. I haven't quite decided yet, but definitely one of those two, and we'll keep going from there. So thank you guys for coming to the video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It really does help out. And of course, if you have any questions, do feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can always ask me over on Twitch when I'm streaming or on my Discord server, both of which are linked in the video description, and myself or any of the other community members would be happy to help you out and assist you in any way we can. So thank you again, and I hope to see you for the next video.